Firefighting is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. Every year, firefighters die in the line of duty. It's no surprise that it's dangerous or even deadly, yet it's one of the most desired jobs in the world. One kids want to be more than anything else. The question is why? Why would anyone ever sign up for the fire department when so many safer jobs are available? On November 20th, 2010, we went to ask that question.
I think that we built a good reputation for ourselves. I don't know. So many people want to be firefighters.
Farah Fahimi is a rookie on the Surrey Fire Department. She has only been a firefighter for 2 or 3 years. In the search for the answer to why so many people want to be firefighters, we asked Lauren West, a Surrey firefighter for almost 40 years and 6th District Vice President of the IAFF, why he became a firefighter.
I'm not sure I did. A neighbor, when I was growing up as a teenager, a neighbor suggested I give it a try, and I signed up to be a volunteer firefighter. And I had an opportunity to go into a fire, and the excitement of that, the adrenaline rush of what that was. And I had a chance to participate with the team approach. It's like a sports team, and you just feel part of a team. And each time I had an exposure to, or an experience to something to do with the fire department, it interested me more, and I got more excited about the job, and I pursued it as a job. And here I am, almost 40 years later, still doing it.
I had some family members who were firefighters, and I had a chance to check out the job through them, and decided that it fit what I was looking for, a way to help the public and to give back, and it was a great job with a great future.
My name is Farah Fahimi, and I'm a rookie with the Surrey Fire Department. And as soon as I started volunteering, I just knew that it was what I wanted to do. So I just really loved the job, and the more training that I got, and the more involved I got with it, it just felt like the right fit.
A couple of reasons, I guess. I've always liked to help people. I think it's something I always would have wanted to do if I'd known that it was out there. In England, they don't really see the fire department or do much, there's not much interaction with them. So I hadn't really thought of it there, but once I came here and realized you could do that sort of job, get paid to drive around in a truck, play with big toys and smash things and get paid for it. I do like smashing things. I like it when you have to break down a door or do something that's physical, and this is the best job to do that.
It's an interesting job, I think, for some people because, one, the community around them respects them. There's a level of respect when you drive by in a fire truck. The little boys and girls wave at the fire truck, and they seem to look up to you. There's a certain amount about the job that comes with job security, wages, and benefits that are attractive to people. But I think the bigger reason overall is the nature of the work we do is exciting to them. People believe it's exciting, so they want to pursue that.
I definitely feel loyal to the people that I work with on this department. Like I would never leave Surrey. So even though each work week I go somewhere different, I work with different people, you get to know them. Yeah, there's a lot of loyalty. It'd be very difficult to do this job, to go into a fire or go to somewhere where you could potentially be in danger and not feel loyal to the people you're with. That would make this job very hard.
Yeah, they're going to call it. Go.
Put your seatbelt on, bud.
Yeah.
In 2009, 90 firefighters lost their lives in the line of duty. Firefighters' fatality rate is more than 4 times in the average occupation, and it is estimated that when time at risk is taken into account, firefighting is the most dangerous job in the world.
We do a lot of calls. In fact, more than fire calls are rescue calls, medical calls, assisting the ambulance, assisting the police. A number of sort of industrial related calls like hazardous chemical spills. rescue calls that deal with, crane rescues and trench rescues, what we call technical rescue calls. So we're, the fire service is if you don't know who else to call, you call the fire service.
Especially when you work in the north of Surrey, it's crazy. And so I don't think there's like one particular call that's interesting. And my idea of interesting might be absolutely horrifying for you, so I don't want to tell you actually what it was. But I don't know, every day when I come to work, something interesting happens. We have something that is weird, like a strange medical call, or the house fire that, like the footage you guys saw where it's an apartment fire and it looked pretty bad, or whatever. Like every day there's something interesting that happens. So yeah, sorry, that's the answer to that.
It just happened that way. I was a volunteer firefighter in my neighborhood, and I worked at Scott Paper. Then after we had our first kit, at 21, I moved out of the area. Then I moved back into the area later, became a fireman later, or a volunteer fireman. And that was after 10 years at Scott Paper. And then I thought I needed change, and I thought I'd try with the Surrey Fire Department. And second time I tried, I got hired.
Do you ever? Oh, that's it.
Surrey 24, rescue 4, engine 6, engine 2, tower 1, battalion 1.
Well, there's lots of risks associated with firefighting. I think there's the obvious trauma and injury and death due to trauma, building collapse, fire, heat. But more recently, we're finding that firefighters are exposed to risks of cancer and occupational illness and disease that we didn't anticipate before. On 2 occasions, I thought that I had had my last call. I was in a building collapse in the fire, and on one occasion I fell through into a basement and was trapped in the basement. On another occasion, I fell from an attic and didn't quite fall through into the basement portion of the fire, and another firefighter had caught me, so rescued me from getting all the way through into the fire. Had I fallen the rest of the way, I probably wouldn't have survived it.
Okay, who's rolling with us?
Okay. Yeah.
I had a job that had you could see something that you did, like the immediate gratification of something that you did. You had a result, rather than everything else seemed to be, you put a lot of effort into it, but the results were long-term. Firefighting is a job where you can go do something and have an immediate result and get some gratification for helping people or doing whatever right away, rather than waiting for it or whatever else.
The society needs what you might call almost a civil defense. We have the military that deals with the conflicts around the world, but somebody has to deal with the emergent situations in their neighborhoods. And so there's firefighters, there's police officers, and I think in that same category, the paramedics and nurses and doctors are all there.
I've met all kinds of different people on this job. Surrey's a great place, 350 guys that probably have had this similar conversation with about 100 of them, and each one has a completely different reason, but all usually the same. They like helping people. You can't ever see a patient and not really instantly see them as a human being and try and help them. And I think all of them have that somehow, but some people it's subtle, some people it's very obvious. But I mean, you're just talking about a bunch of nice guys. Everyone wants to help someone.
So many people want to be firefighters for the exact same reasons. Some people are misguided and want to be a firefighter just because of the job security and the future it gives them. But I think a majority of people want to be firefighters to help their community and give back.
Why did I become a firefighter? I think I wanted to help people.
So at the end of the day, we had talked to 7 firefighters and asked them all why so many people wanted to be firefighters. No one had a definite answer, but they all knew that they wanted to help people, and that most firefighters were there for the same reason. And after riding in the truck to a call, trying on the uniform and going up the ladder, it's fair to say we all got closer to understanding why people wanted to be firefighters. Maybe it was just the adrenaline rush, or the amazement of what we were doing, but maybe it was that for those few seconds, we were those heroes we had looked up to in the past.